and welcome back to Yarn Flicks. I'd like to take you behind the scenes and show you the garter slip stitch. I'm working on a black and white scarf using this stitch, and I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I'd like to share it with you. So I'll be using two colors today, and I'm going to start off using some size 9, see if you can see that, size 9 clover knitting needles. And I'll begin with some black yarn. Okay. And the garter slip stitch calls for multiples of 2 plus 1. So I think I'm going to cast on 11 stitches for this demonstration. And that's multiples of 2 times 5 plus 1 gives us 11. So let's get started. First thing I'm going to do is create a slip stitch, a slip knot, that is, and this will allow me to cast on. So I'm going to cast on 11 stitches. So this will count as 1. Okay, so let's count, make sure we have our 11 stitches. Excellent, so we have 11 stitches. So the first thing we're going to do, so the garter slip stitch is a pattern comprised of 4 rows. Once you complete 4 rows, you'll start all over again. So the first row is very simple. All we're going to do is just knit. So let's go ahead and knit the first row. All right, so this is our knitted first row, and now the second row will call for the same thing. So we're just going to knit, simply knit the second row. Okay, so now we're finished with the second row. And this is where the pattern will get a little more interesting. Now, the third row calls for a series of different stitches, 2 different stitches. You will knit 1, and then slip 1 purlwise, and then knit 1 again. And you'll continue alternating the knit 1 and slip 1 purlwise until you finish the row. So let's go ahead. And also, you will be using your second color. So let's go ahead and create a slip knot. So that we can cast on the white. Okay. So let's go ahead and with the white yarn now, and try to hold the other yarn securely. You'll knit one, and then I'm just going to pause and pull my black yarn a little tight so that it doesn't get away from me. And then the next stitch I will slip one purlwise, and then I'll knit again, and then I'm going to keep alternating until I reach the end of this row. So the next one, slip one purlwise, and then knit, slip one purlwise, and then knit. And your last stitch should be knit to finish it out. Now if you don't knit your last stitch, then something may have gone wrong. You may not have your multiple of 2 plus 1, so just check out what happened, and hopefully you won't have to start all over again. But if you do, that's okay. It happens to the best of us. All right, so that was row 3. This is what it will look like from the back side. So now we're ready to begin row 4. So row 4 is very similar, but there's an extra step. So you will first knit, and then you'll slip one purlwise, but you'll have to change the yarn, and I'll show you what I mean. So we will continue with the white yarn. So we'll knit one, and then holding the yarn securely on both needles, you want to bring the yarn forward. Then you can slip one purlwise, and then you bring the yarn back so that you can knit. So it goes like this. You're knitting one, yarn forward, slip one purlwise, yarn back, knit one, yarn forward, slip one purlwise, yarn back, knit, yarn forward, slip one purlwise, yarn back, and then knit. Now you'll reach the end of your row, and you'll find 2 stitches of the same color. If you recall, you cast on with this stitch, and this stitch was already within the work. So all you'll need to do is combine the 2. You're going to knit those 2 together to just make one. Okay. So we just completed 4 rows of the garter stitch. So this is the completion of the sequence. So this makes up the pattern. So I want to knit one more row, take you back to the beginning, just so that you can see the pattern emerge. So we're just going to knit. We're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to knit a row, but this time you will return to your original color. Mine was black. So I'm going to pick up the black yarn, and I'm going to knit. Okay, so now you can begin to see the pattern emerge. I love this stitch. It's beautiful with 2 colors. You can even use more than 2 colors if you like, 3 colors, 4 colors. It makes a beautiful pattern, and it's very easy once you get into the hang of it. So thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you soon.